There's one right in front of the boat. That's a nice fish too. All right, I think we found him. That head shake feels like a trout. Yeah, that's a nice trout. There was a little hit. There he is. All right, we're on him here. There he is. Look at this right there. Awesome. There we go. There's another fish. A little bit bigger here. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're out here today closer to the ocean. As you can see, it's a little bit windy. I don't know if you can see that, but we're going to be fishing grass points and just little oyster banks and shell beds and trying to see what we can get on. But yeah, the wind is pushing in towards the grass, which is good, and sometimes that pushes the bait fish up there, and also the predatory fish will sit there and look to ambush. So hopefully we got some action coming your way and you'll enjoy this one. So here we go. All right, here we go. Out here, oh, I don't think so, buddy. Gotta let it sink a little bit. That guy's trying to get my Miradyne. But I'm out here with the Miradyne, Dean, however you want to say it. Put in here from Miralure, just throwing. It's a little bit choppier than we thought. The conditions were supposed to be. The winds were supposed to lay down all morning, but they're up a bit, which is fine. I'm gonna throw this for about 30 minutes. If we're not successful, I'll probably switch over to the popping cork, see if we can get something to bite, and then I will go from there. So just kind of playing it by ear now. The game plan has changed now that the winds have changed. You always have to mix it up. Let's get something here. I wish I had the top water on me. It's in my other tackle, my set of tackle I left at home. Forgot to check last night, which was a rookie mistake, but it's a perfect day for top water. A little bit of chop. But definitely overcast for the first couple hours today, so with some rain coming in, so we might have to dodge that a bit too. But just throwing Miradyne right now, see what we can come up with. All right, we got a massive sandbar right here. You probably can't see it. I can tell with my glasses, but I'm trying to throw the edge of it. Looks like I'm throwing out in the middle of nowhere, but it's just off a little sandbar here. See if there's anything working there. Oh, I think I got the sandbar. Ooh, that was a fish. Just missed my bait. Big redfish. Holy cow. Dang it. Just off that sandbar. Let's try it again. Maybe I did get hit. Wow, that was a big fish. Big fish. Missed my bait as it came up. Let's see if I can get him to blow up again. I think that was a 30+ inch redfish. I mean, a big mama. All right, just throwing my Scout back here on the Intercoastal still. Just throwing the Scout bait out. My go-to summertime, popping cork, seeing what's around. Again, like I said, windy conditions, so we're trying to entice some noise to get the bite going, to entice the bite as well. Love these points where they could be wrapping around with bait fish. A little bit clear water here, which is good too. Hard to find around here on a falling tide, but finally found some. Let's see if we can get on it. There's one right in front of the boat. That's a nice fish too. All right, I think we found him. That head shakes feels like a trout. Yeah, that's a nice trout. All right, there we go. We located. That'll go 16, 17 all day right there. Perfect. Nice little hit right there. All right, so as you've probably seen in my other previous videos, I'll put a link right up top here to another one, but this is my scout bait. Like I said, I was throwing everything. Soft plastic, Beardine, had some small hits, had some fish, either bluefish or pinfish hitting. So in a little bit murkier water, I started throwing this here at this new spot on the point, and came up with 2 trout right away. One for the box, which is good. And you know, if it keeps up, I will switch it up and play. I don't want to say this is easy, but it's a great way to locate fish, attract them to your boat, or you know what I mean, to your bait, to get them in the boat. But let's just see if we can keep on them here. I'm actually throwing out in the middle. Oh, there's a hit right as I'm talking. So there's another nice trout right there. Smashed it. All right, so they're here. There's a little bit clearer water. Here we go, brother. Hold tight, my man. Hold on. All right. Here we go. See you later. Thanks for coming. Right on down. So again, we'll keep throwing it. See what we can come up with here, and then I'll probably switch to something else to dine, or I wish I had my top water baits. I just forgot to put them in this with this tackle. I took them out when I was using them surf fishing a couple days ago, just for the fun of it, messing around at the beach, but forgot to put them back in. But it's a perfect overcast day, so this would be the ideal situation. But it looks like the fish are off these points like I've been fishing in the last several videos. Other than that last one where we were smacking the big reds on the way back in the creeks. But they seem to be hovering out here in about 5-6 feet of water. There was a little hit. There he is. All right, we're on him here finally. See, I could have gave up. I was getting frustrated this morning, couldn't find them for about 2 hours, to be honest. I've only got about an hour to fish, so we're getting them on here, and they're coming in pretty thick. About a 15-inch trout, a little bit bigger than the last one, not as big as the first two. Okay, DOA with a shrimp imitation. You could put a regular, you could put a Z-Man on there or so, but that's another nice one there. Okay, gonna let you go. I like to keep somewhere between 16 and 18 inches. Better fillet. I just think the fish too are, you know, if they don't look too fat, because I don't want them to be spawning full of roe or eggs. So it just depends on the moon phase and all. They'll spawn every couple times with that new moon and the full moon and all that. So it's crazy how everything revolves around the moon, especially the tide and all that as well. So that's 4 casts in a row with 4 fish. So let's see here. I think I threw a total of 5 casts so far at this spot. Was throwing in closer, now I'm throwing a little bit further out, so just trying to see what we can come up with here. And after I pop it 6 or 7 times, they seem to be right in and around that, I'd say right around here, which is about, you know, 20 feet from the boat, 25 feet from the boat. So let's see if they're still there. Yep, there he is again. Okay, so this is, I could probably do this all day. I don't know how many fish I'll show you on camera here, but just trying to locate them. And we found them. This is actually a smaller fish, but very aggressive. Love the trout bite. Those of you that know me, you know I'm always on the trout. Redfish are great, but just the way the trout smack that bait is so fun. So fun to catch and target. See you, buddy. Thanks for coming. All right. The one thing is, like I said, you can go with voodoo. Voodoo shrimp I like to use once in a while on this. I like to actually fish them free because it gets down quicker and all, but these DOA are great too. They're a little bit cheaper than the voodoo. You get 3 to a pack, but they don't last as long. Every fish, it gets you know, pulled apart or so. It's not like a Z-Man bait. But the voodoo, you know, you can fish all day on one voodoo shrimp, and these you might have to replace, like, I'd say if you're really thick on the fish, you'll replace them every, you know, 5 or 6 fish, depending on how bad they tear it up. But it does come through that plastic, the hook does. Oh, sorry buddy if I interrupt you, but yeah, birds going by here. But anyhow, you know, these do the trick, but you just have to, you know, replace them, because once that hook pulls through the bait, it sits different and pops up different. So you got to make sure you get it right back in so it looks very natural as it sinks and as it comes up and falls. All right, so we got the Miradyne tied on here to another one. My loop knot is a little bigger than I want it. You know, just try and tie it real quick. I'll probably snip this down a little too, this tag here. But this is a trout pattern. Okay, it's the MR 17 or 17 MR, and the color is actually trout. So as you can tell, and the fish are not picky. They're not necessarily going to not eat a trout because it's a trout, you know. So they'll hit anything they can get their hands on. So we're going to go out there, see if we can get on some more. Again, the color's trout, and it looks just like a speckled trout. It's got dots all through it, light green back or grayish back, grayish green back on it. I was using the pink one in a freshwater pond by my house the other day and was smashing some bass on it, which was fun early in the morning. In between work, take a little break, walk over to the pond, snag a few, get refreshed, and then go back to work. Let's throw back. Sorry if you can see my leg in the way here. I'm just standing up here on my poling platform. I'm just sitting on it, where I normally stand if you're sight fishing. But just resting here. Got a nice little breeze, overcast, which is nice. 70, I think it's 75 degrees right now, only getting up to 80, especially with the overcast. Water temperature 79. We're in June now, June 2021. There's a hit. That is definitely a trout right at the boat. And that is a guy that's about just a little bit bigger than the bait itself. Get him thrown back there. Oh, come right off. So look, a trout about almost 3 inches gets eaten by a trout that's about 7 inches. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I was trying to explain. They'll hit anything. All right, so that last spot we were at kind of slacked off a little bit, caught a ladyfish, and then hooked another one. So it was kind of like the junk fish moving in towards lower tide. So we moved that back closer to the ocean, see what we can get on here. I'm in very deep water now and want to get a little closer, but there's a nice, you know, current coming out of this stream here. Never fished it before, so we'll try it, give it a shot. Watch this while I'm looking for the loggerhead. I guarantee I go down. That's the way it usually works when you're not paying attention. There he is. Look at this right there. Awesome. They're very curious creatures, man. They're awesome. I would love to see more and more of them. I usually do see one when I'm out here, but not that close. And this guy's popped up 4 or 5 times. I think I finally got him on camera for you. All right, just scouting again with the popping. A lot of moving today, you know, fish were scarce. There was a hit, I believe that was a flounder, believe it or not. I'm gonna throw it right back in there. That just slowly went down, almost like you get snagged. Let's see if I was right. See if I can't get him again. Darn it. Pulled the trigger on that one a little too soon. Let's see now. In close, and that's a sandy bottom, so that could definitely be. I'm probably about a foot off the bottom right now where that's at, but it drops off quick to, you know, 16 feet right where I'm at now. But that could have been a flounder the way that went down. Here we go. Nope. I believe that's a trout. No, that could be a flounder. I could be right. I don't feel the head shakes. If I am, that's money. There we go. I was right. Little guy, but definitely a flounder bite. yeah, when it looks like it gets snagged, I mean, that's a tiny guy, you know, 10-incher. But when it looks like it gets snagged, sometimes that's usually an indication it's a flounder. It goes down really subtle. All right, there he goes. But I do love catching flounder. Right down here, it's a little different from where I'm originally from, where, you know, you can actually fish for flounder all day and get 20 to the boat by drifting with mud minnows on the bottom, bucktail. But down here, it's kind of by chance. Nobody really drifts for them that I know of. If you do, let me know in the comments. I'd love to start doing it. You know, out in the bays and stuff like that. You know, 10 foot, 15 foot of water. You get some big old fish. There we go. There's another fish. A little bit bigger here. I believe that is a trout. Oh yeah, nice trout. Nice trout. Stay on there, brother. There we go. All right. Just gotta move till you find them. You gotta move till you find them. Good fish there. Let me measure them just to be sure. And there he goes. 16 and a half. All right, got a jig head on here. Soft plastic. See if they're a little bit down deeper. There's a trout. I mixed it up. I'm trying to slow retrieve. It got slow for a while, so I was just constantly reeling. Okay, I'm gonna try that again. So I'm just mixing it up. Looks like this is the guy I hooked before too. He crushed it. Oh, it's in your eye, bud. Okay, we got you out good. All right, it's a male. I don't know if you can hear that. Grunting a little bit. See, bud? All right, so yeah, we did a slow retrieve there, just steady reel. I'm gonna try that again. I usually like to bounce it a little bit, up, but this was just steady swimming with that tail going. Popping cork seems to be the winner today. It was a kind of a slow day. I think we got around a dozen fish, but it was like hard work, you know, several hours picking at them. See if we can't pick one more off this spot, and then that should do it. There's one. All right. Just like we said, last one, then we'll go. A little bit of a fight here. I think he's just wrapped up. Yeah, there we go. Nice little trout, little speck, baby. Another male. Grunting. It's good to see. But yeah, it looks like the DOA was the high hook today. DOA with the popping cork. You know, we were working all three baits, but that seems to be the best one. The DOA today was the ticket. Other days it's the Z-Man, and some days it's the suspending twitch baits. See you, bud. Okay, wow. Sorry, I was going to do the exit out there in the landing, but the horse flies were ridiculous. Probably got bit about, you know, 20 or 30 times just getting the boat on the trailer. So finally off the water. Just a recap for the day. We ended up probably about 10, 12 trout. Some nice sized ones, some dinks thrown in there too. I basically switched around 3 different lures today. That was my goal, as I mentioned in the video. But you know, I was doing DOA shrimp on a popping cork, which suspends about 3 feet in the water. I was doing the mirror dine, which is about 1 to 2 feet down. And then I was also doing the Z-Man Minnow Z or minnows, which on a 3/16 ounce jig head, and was bouncing that off the bottom. So today, just to see what would work best. And today it was the popping cork again. The other day it was the mirror dine. Okay, but anyhow, I hope you liked the video. Please, if you haven't done so far, you know, hit the like button, subscribe, send it on to friends. We'll have another one coming for you soon. Hope you're all doing well, and have a great summer.